Hi everybody. Particularly since Insight, I've had quite a few people ask me to explain what animal communication really is, and as an extension of that, why you would use an animal communicator. So animal communication is telepathy. Tele is distance, pathy is feeling. So you are literally feeling another being, be it human or animal, over a distance. Everybody is born with the ability to communicate. A mother takes her baby to the hospital and says, I don't know how but I know there's something wrong with my baby. The doctors and the nurses are going to listen because most of the time the mother is right. There is something wrong with the child. Identical twins, one just knowing what's going on with the other. That's telepathy. You're thinking of someone, you haven't thought of them in ages, and all of a sudden the phone rings and it's them. That's telepathy. We all do it. But of course, unless you're dying as a young baby, it's not getting validated. Then the child says its first word, mum or dad or whatever, and everyone makes a fuss. So the child learns, verbalizing gets my needs met, telepathy, not so much. And so we start shutting down on one, building up on the other. Then you'll get to the age of 2 or 3, and the child will say, oh, the dog told me it had a headache, or the horse said it had a stomach ache, or whatever. And parents will often punish the child for lying or make fun of them. Don't be stupid, horses can't talk. Again, shutting down on one, building up on the other. We are all born with the ability to communicate. But as Tuvok used to say, you don't get out of a wheelchair and do advanced aerobics. If you haven't used telepathic since you're a young baby, you're not going to have war and peace in your first conversation. You'll get little bits, and you'll build on it. Everyone can do it, but in the same way, it takes years to become a master craftsman if you're starting to learn carpentry or, masonry or whatever. This is no different. You've got to continuously work at it. And everyone will have good days and bad. Most owners are communicating with their animals. They're simply not aware of the process. And the amount of times the owner will go, oh, I thought that was just me thinking that. Where in actual fact, it has come from the animal. But of course, as with, take for example, doctors not supposed to treat their own kids, clairvoyants don't read for close friends and family. You need to remain detached. So yes, you'll get, I get rude and sarcastic comments from my lot all the time. But if I'm looking for something big, I will always ask vet friends of mine who are also very good communicators to chat. Because if it's something important, I cannot be detached from my own animals, obviously. So why would you use an animal communicator? Often people are checking up, just checking in with the animal, seeing it's happy, what they can improve, what the dog doesn't like, cat, horse, whatever. Why the horse is playing up, in inverted commas, why the cat doesn't want to use its litter tray, people talking about introducing another pet into the household, or when people find they're pregnant, talking to the animals in the household about having the baby, the new routine, etc., etc. All these things. If an animal has been diagnosed with cancer and they've been given all these options, people will often call me to ask for the dog or cat, whatever animal it is, input. I do not work with missing pets, I'm sorry, so please do keep that one in mind. But pretty much everything else. And of course, there's no such thing as, death. It's simply we transition into a different frequency. So yes, I do work with deceased animals as well. I'll often chat with those because that's what some people like. Particularly, it can bring a lot of peace if, I had one lass and her father, she came home one day and her father decided they were short of money, so he sold her horse 40 years later, she was still absolutely devastated, and I'm not surprised. And I was able to bring her quite a bit of peace, that the horse knew what was going on, told her where it went, and it turns out she actually knew the people and said, oh, I did wonder why they never made eye contact with me when they used to see me after that. That explains it. So there are many and varied reasons to use a communicator. Feel free, do plenty of Googling. And look, there's lots of communicators out there. So go with your gut instinct or your vibe. We all come from a different space and place. Not all communicators work in the animal field full time. I do. I was a vet nurse for many years. I'm a body worker with animals now. And what used to be known as Ness Health is now Energy for Life. I do work with that as well. So if you're looking to find answers for a specific problem or just a general checkup, feel free to give me a buzz. Have a great day, everyone.